July 9th, 2001, a 13-year-old boy named Cody Clausen carried a bag of camping supplies through the woods near Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. Cody had come to the woods for a camping trip with his dad and his Boy Scout troop. He had broken off from the main group, they were over at camp, and he had hiked a couple of miles to his dad's truck to pick up some extra camping supplies. He started to realize that things didn't look familiar, and realized that he actually had left the path. He was not even in an area that he had seen before. And so before long, Cody realized he was totally lost. Hours passed by as Cody frantically walked around the woods, calling out for help. And then as the sun began to set, he also noticed that storm clouds were rolling in. But he told himself, don't worry, my father and the Boy Scout troop, they clearly know by this point that I'm missing and they must be out looking for me. Cody was able to calm himself down and tell himself hey, you're a Boy Scout, you can do this. The sky suddenly let loose and Cody was caught in a major thunderstorm. And then suddenly lightning flashes across the sky, and for a second the forest is illuminated, and right up ahead of him is this cave. And so Cody runs into the cave and he takes shelter inside of it. Then he just closes his eyes and passes out just from sheer exhaustion. Cody woke up still sheltering inside of this cave. The storm had stopped, the rain had let up, heard the distinct sound of a helicopter flying somewhere nearby. And so using some of his Boy Scout training, he pulled off his belt and he used the metal buckle of his belt to reflect the sunlight back up at the pilot. And before long, he noticed the pilot hovering down lower and lower right over the tree line. He grabs his stuff and just charges over roughly to the area where the pilot's trying to land. He sees the pilot actually touching down in a clearing. Cody runs over to the helicopter, throws the door open, gets inside, and the pilot just turns around and says, "Good morning." And he can't believe who it is that's just rescued him. It would turn out the night before, when Cody did not return to the camp, his father and the Boy Scout troop did contact authorities, and before long, a local search party was organized. And one of those people who volunteered to be a part of the search was an amateur pilot who lived in the area. That helicopter pilot was the one who found Cody 10 miles away from his Boy Scout troop's camp. When that pilot reunited Cody with his father, Cody's father naturally assumed that, given the trauma of the last 24 hours, that Cody would not want to rejoin the Boy Scout troop and continue this camping trip. Cody said, "No, I want to go back to the Boy Scout troop. I want to sit there and tell them what happened to me. I have a campfire story that they are not gonna believe." Cody had trekked 10 miles through the wilderness all alone, spent the night with bears out in a cave somewhere in the middle of a storm, and then ultimately got rescued by this amateur helicopter pilot. The amateur pilot was the actor who had played Han Solo in Star Wars. He was Indiana Jones and had starred in several other major blockbuster movies. It was none other than Harrison Ford.